A very happy morning, Masters. I welcome you all to this Zoom session on Inner Nature and Outer Nature Season 2. Let us all begin this weekend with a beautiful meditation session followed by a wisdom sharing session. I request everyone to have some water before we start our meditation session. Be comfortable, find a comfortable position, and let us all sit in meditation for 20 minutes. I request everyone, all the participants on Zoom and on YouTube, to sit in a comfortable position. Allow yourself to relax. Now, gently close your eyes, clasp your fingers, and cross your legs. Your spine straight. Let us all start with 3 deep breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Take your breath deep down to your stomach. Exhale. Back to your natural soft breath. Just flowing, Masters. Focus all your attention. Feel the energy that's flowing in your body. Do not entertain any kind of thoughts, Masters. Let them come and leave. Do not pursue them. All look forward for opportunities that this day brings us. Be thankful for everything that the universe offers you as it knows what is the best for you. Do not entertain low vibrational thoughts, energies. Do not carry any kind of situations or thoughts that weigh you down. Be positive. Concentrate on your breath. This breath is our breath. The last few seconds, masters. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I request everyone to bring your hands together, place them on your eyes, feel the energy in your palms. At the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly open your eyes, masters. I request everyone to switch on your cameras to have an interactive session. Good morning, masters. Today is Saturday. Today is weekend, yeah. Come on, switch on your cameras. Hope you're not working at least today. Okay. Once again, I welcome you all to the Zoom session on Inner Nature and Outer Nature Season 2, which is brought to you by Pyramid Spiritual Society's movement and PSSM SWAGG in collaboration with our media partner PMC English. So did you all give a thought about yesterday's challenge? We all discussed about deforestation. What are the factors that are affecting deforestation? Yes, there are multiple factors, be it urbanization, be it mining. But apart from all of that, I think animal agriculture is a major contributor to deforestation, and we have also discussed what are the negative impacts of animal agriculture. Be it land consumption, be it heavy use of water and greenhouse emissions, right? So how do we reduce this? I have also mentioned that. So there's a rule called demand and supply. The more there is demand, the more there is supply. We can't ask the suppliers to stop the animal agriculture immediately, because that will definitely affect their livelihood. But instead, we can definitely ask the consumers to stop the consumption of meat and dairy products, and that will eventually lead the suppliers to switch to another business, which is not at all affecting the environment, and this is also beneficial for their individual evolution, right? Coming back to our session, today I would like to introduce Master Arputha to everyone. So he is a visionary soul hailing from the vibrant lands of Tamil Nadu, India. Arputha's journey is a tapestry woven with threads of exploration and discovery. After embarking on his academic journey, he ventured to France in pursuit of knowledge. After reaching there, he began pondering life's profound questions, seeking to unravel the mysteries of existence. In 2020, he came across a meditation video by Patriji, which ignited a spark within Arputha, propelling him onto a path of spiritual awakening. Since then, he has diligently practiced meditation, embracing a vegan lifestyle as a beacon of compassion and sustainability. Guided by a deep sense of purpose, Arputha aspires to create a world where compassion extends to all beings. His journey led him from the streets of France to the bustling city of Cambridge, where he applies his expertise as an automobile engineer in the realm of Formula One innovation. Beyond his personal pursuits and professional pursuits, Arputha shares his wisdom and passion through his YouTube channel, where he showcases vegan cooking, interviewing spiritual luminaries, and also harmonizes souls through live music meditation sessions with his beloved ukulele. As the steward of the Youth Meditation Wing UK and the coordinator for PSSM Global Speakers, Arputha nurtures communities, fosters spiritual growth, and bridges cultures with boundless enthusiasm. So join us today as Arputha shares his insights and guides us through this journey of inner exploration, connecting with our nature, with the vast beauty of the outer world. So as we are on day 20 of this 30-day meditation challenge, let us all embrace the wisdom that unfolds with each moment. I request Arputha to unmute yourself. And thank you so much for accepting our invitation.
Hi, Yamini, hi everyone. Thanks a lot. That's such beautiful introduction that I ever came across so far. The way I'm very much, happy to be with you guys today. Yeah, thanks for calling me, inviting me to this great platform um, of PSSM SWAG in association with PMC English today. So before starting the session, I would like to express my gratitude to, of course, the Grandmaster Pitamaha Brahmarshi Patriji, from whom I learned this meditation, which changed my life. And to everyone, those who are running today, this great movement, let it be Paranitaka, you wonderful beings here. So as you said already, everything, whatever I am doing, that's what I am going to share today, but in a more elaborated way. So maybe I will, you know, make it as um, crisp way, not maybe, making it into too much. Um, so I'm Arputha, born and brought up in Tamil Nadu, and I was there till my 21 years of age, and I did my bachelor's in mechanical engineering in Chennai. Um, and then I went to France in 2016 to do my master's. There, as Yamini said, there my questions, after observing the differences between how the things worked in India and how the things was happening in France, paved me to put some questions of life, such as, for example, there are simple things which I observed, which eventually led me to ask these questions like, who am I? Why I live in this earth? Why I was not an animal or a plant? Why I have to be in this human body? So the examples are, for example, in France we used to eat the food that are very mild. It doesn't have that much taste in it. It has only salt and pepper. Whereas in India, we used to eat the things that are really spicy and sour and too much of everything that are more spicy. The reason behind that is later I came to understand that you have to eat the food that are really hot in India or spicy so that it helps you to sweat very well. So when we sweat a lot or very good, it helps us to cool down our body. In India, being a country where the weather is hot, almost all throughout the year, you have to keep your body cold. So for that, you have to sweat. Sweating means cooling down our body by the natural process, by, spreading water droplets all over our body. Whereas in the country like France or the cold countries, people used to eat fatty food, the food which has large amount of fat in it. That's because they wanted to keep their body hot. So that was the reason. So fat, for example, oil that you put in the lamp, when you ignite it, it is it you know it um it burns it fire will come out of it, which means the fire component is there in the fat. So that's the reason why they eat the food that are fat content, fat rich, whereas in India, mild and not fat rich, and but more watery, that helps us to sweat. So this is one example, and then the second example, um, in India, generally, I'm not like, generalizing, but generally what I observed was in India, we used to s- speak in a louder manner. Generally, our voice will be very loud. Whereas in France, I observed that people were very silently speaking, not that much louder. And not only France, but when you go further down, like the countries like Spain or Italy, people those who were coming from there to France, when I observed, their voice tend to increased. Whereas people further coming from the north, their voice decreased. So that's also, another observation why it happened, because a country like cold country, um, you generally don't have the need of going outside, isn't it? So when you are always in a confined place with your closed environment, you don't have the need of speaking very loudly. Even when you speak very milder, with less voice sound, it is reached to the people, those who want you to, those who are there to communicate with. Whereas in India, being a hot country, you need to keep everything open. Let it be the window, or if you are outside, there are sounds of birds and everything out there. So you have to, increase your voice, the sound. Only then it will reach the people, those who are hearing you. So these things, the small, small things, and they use water. We use water, you know, wherever is possible, for washrooms and everywhere. Whereas here they use paper wherever it is possible. The reason same again. You can't, being a country very cold, maybe since last 100 or 200 years, the technology developed and you always have hot water. Whereas imagine like 500 years or 1000 years before, you can't find hot water whenever it is needed. So always they found something that is always hot and keep you comfortable. Whereas in India, we always use water. It is ideal room temperature, good. You can always use it. So these are all the small small things. So when you observe this, ultimately at the end, what you are, ending up with is we being a puppet, isn't it? Our behavior, everything is based upon this environment. Why I am speaking with this loud voice? Because the environment is there, and I am like this. My behavior is this. Whereas I am speaking very silently, quietly, calmly. Of course, it is also decided by the environment. So if almost like 90% of the things whichever I observed is only through the environment, and why I speak English, or why I speak Tamil, or why I speak French, because I went there and the society is like that. My parents or my teachers, my friends, they spoke that language and I spoke that. So nothing came within me. Nothing identifies the real me. So all the things that I grabbed from this environment is deciding the factor who am I, the fact that how I behave today, then who literally I am. That was the question which triggered in me. And all this life is about what? Then I came to, I always love to cook, and I watch YouTube videos, and try to understand different recipes, and I cooked. And after started putting these questions, slowly the videos of the spiritual masters also started coming. Then all the questions kind of started getting answered through them. At one point, I came to understand that, okay, apparently, being a human being or being any being, we are not this body or mind, but we are more than that, which is a soul. It is there everywhere, and only thing why it took birth is to just explore the life, to just evolve, to understand itself more and more. So we are all this uh, soul, and we took birth and to just explore the life. And so, okay, if it is the case, now I want to understand. Now I want to experience that I am a soul. So everyone now saying, just meditate. You understand who you are. And along with that, I also understood the fact that we should not harm the other beings. We should not eat animals for our happiness. Ultimately, at the end of the day, if I am looking for something because I am restless, because I am not that much happy or I am not satisfied, if I am already satisfied, I may not even have all these questions. This unsatisfaction that I have that led to me these questions, which means whatever I give to others is what I will also get back, isn't it? So these are all the things that I understood. And if you are going to harm animals, if we are going to hurt animals and not let them to live their life, then how come I understand the depth of my life? I don't even let the others to survive. If that is the case, how come I will be able to understand the essence of my life? So after understanding this, so meditation is one thing, and then don't, if not hurt the animals, is another thing. Okay, I understood, but now I really want to meditate. But I was eating meat at the time. So it was 4 years before, during 2020. And all the questions came up, and 2018 onwards, all these questions came up, and answers. I started reading different books. Okay, I understood vegetarianism, but still I couldn't leave eating meat. And then I wanted to still do meditation, but finally, no one is speaking openly what is exactly meditation. I bought this book of Woshu where you will see 112 techniques of meditation, and then he simply said, just practice it, one by one. Take your time. But how long will I take? I didn't, nothing clicked, and I was like kind of I didn't have that much patience. And one fine day, I came across this video of Patriji in YouTube, and I was in lockdown period, had not much things to do, getting paid by my company, and I came across this video of Patriji, and then I said, okay, very interesting. He said the things very openly, and he also speaks about um, vegetarianism, and which was the point that I was aligning with. And another thing which he spoke was no doctor, no medicine, which was also another point which I was aligned with through reading different books at the time, especially one book called Thirukural in Tamil. And in that book, it said, one of the chapters, it said, if we simply listen to our body and if we give our food according to the need of our body, then there won't be any disease at all, which means you don't have the need of taking any medicine. So after I started practicing these things as well before even coming to meditation, giving food only according to the needs instead of eating 3 times a day, even at the time I started living disease free. So all these points are now getting aligned after looking into the video of Patriji. So I said there is something definitely need to be there in this meditation technique, even though it looks like simple, it is very profound. It touched me. And then I started looking into the videos of PMC Tamil, PMC English. Then I came to understand of the experience of all the masters saying the same thing. and they have plenty of experiences like astral travel, third eye experiences, seeing different colors. Then it ignited that spark in me, and then I wanted to practice this meditation every day. Then I started practicing meditation every day regularly, 40 minutes in the morning, 40 minutes in the evening. And after 30 days, the craving to eat meat, it went away. Even though I didn't experience anything extraordinary in my meditation, like how to say, looking into a color or having a third eye experience, but the physical level experiences started happening. So I stopped eating meat, and people used to call me. People used to invite me for having lunch or dinner at their place. And I went one day and I told them I stopped eating meat. Sorry. Then they prepared specially a vegetarian meal for me. And one lady, she asked me, "Okay, you don't eat meat. What happened all of a sudden?" I said, "Well, I did meditation and this thing happened. And I was also aligned with the fact that I should not harm animals." Okay. And then she asked me, "Do you eat cheese?" Well, yeah, of course. Do you know what it is made up of? Well, what? Milk? Well, not only that. It has an enzyme called rennet in it, which is coming out of the stomach of the calves, which I was not aware of it at the time. So thinking that things are vegetarian, unawarely we are eating still the meat products, which means we have to kill the calves and we need to put that enzyme in the milk. And in order to so when you put this acid in the milk, it curdles and it becomes like paneer kind of thing. So if that paneer has to become kind of stretchy consistency, then what we need to do is we have to add that enzyme. Only then it will become like that, semi-digestive state. If not, it won't be stretchy. It will be always like paneer. So there are also like plant-based enzymes, but not all the industries will be using that because animal enzymes are less expensive. So 90% of the market available cheeses are using this animal-based enzyme. So after knowing this fact, I started looking into the packets if there is animal enzyme. If it is the case, I didn't, buy that. But unfortunately, 99% it had animal enzyme. So at the end of the day, I stopped using cheese. And then things happened like this. And one day, it, when I was meditating, a strong intuition came into me. So 3 months later, I was regularly practicing meditation. And one day, what happened was, if I didn't want to be in lockdown for 3 months, how come I can, make the animals to be in lockdown for their whole life? This point came into my mind. So when we eat, drink, or milk, or eat or drink milk, or use the animals for any products, let it be leather, let it be wool, let it be honey, or taking or using the sugar that is used, that is coming out of, when you put the cow's bone and the animal's bone in the process of refining it, and the wine or whatever, wherever the animal himself is involved, we have to be aware, we have to look closely enough. So it doesn't involve only about what we eat. So it also involves in whatever the things that we use. So there I discovered this term called veganism. So these animals, we human beings, we are how many people in this world? So we are 8 billion today, 8 billion people in this world, 800 crores of population. So for all these people, if we want to feed milk, imagine how many cows and how many sheep, how many animals we need, billions of animal. And in order to feed them, we guys already aware of all this fact, but I'm just reminding again. And to feed all these animals, imagine the amount of plants that we need to provide them, the amount of water that is used to cultivate all these plants. So we generally think whenever there is pollution, we think that only through the transport it is polluting this environment, but through the animal agriculture, 65% of nitrous oxide is released in this world, which is 296 times more harmful than carbon dioxide. So we are not aware of all these things, and we are focusing on the smoke, whereas fire is burning. And instead of putting off this fire, we are focusing on the small things. Hey, why did you not stop the shower? Why did you take that much amount of time to shower? Why you were switching, opening the taps while you were brushing the teeth? Of course, I'm not saying that you should not um, close the tap while you brush your teeth. That is necessary, of course. You have to be mindful. But these are all kind of smokes. It is like very point, no, not even 0.5% that is contributing to the amount of pollution that is released in this world. So if we really want to contribute to this world, we really want to, uh, you know, um, um, create a green environment. The first thing that we need to do is cut off this animal consumption. We should never use the animals as a product. So we started looking animals as a product, isn't it? Because of our ignorance, because of our habit. So it is not, nothing is wrong. So Richard Bach says, the mark of your ignorance is the depth of your belief in injustice and tragedy. So nothing is tragedy, nothing is um, injustice. Because whatever you gave before, that is what you are going to get now. So we have to suffer for nothing. Having understood this concept, we should stop giving suffering to others. And um, and yeah, so being a vegan is not only about, you know, eating something, but it's about a livelihood. So I would suggest everyone to be a vegan. And once after I became a vegan, plenty of good things started happening in my life. So I would say this process as enlightenment through enlightenment through ahimsa, because ahimsa, Buddha says, ahimsa paramo dharma. So why he said that ahimsa is the greatest virtue? If he said, there has to be a reason behind it. So whatever that you are going to get from this universe, let's say why we are human being today, because we evolved. Evolving in the sense we become more mature. We know how to use things. We know how to not violate things. When we don't violate other things, when we give happiness to others, then what happens is we will start to get more and more features. So, being an animal, when we have only certain animals, they have only one sense, certain animals, they have two sense, three sense, four sense, five, six. We being human beings, we got six. But do you think the evolution is that's it? Is it is stopped? Of course not. Evolution is always there. The sixth sense is not the, end. We will develop the telepathy, teleportation. All things are possible. The masters who were there, they showed us all these things. So it is not only for them; it is for everyone. just only matter of time. And if we really want to evolve, we have to become more matured. And more matured means if universe wants to give us some, you know, some extraordinary or extra features than what we have currently, the update, we have to become non-violent first of all. So once the universe says, okay, we can believe on him. If I give him this power, he is not going to misuse this. He is going to use this power to use this as a wise, in a wise manner of helping everyone else, helping all the beings. Then it will give that power. It will give us the ability to understand what the others are thinking about us. What by just looking at things, we will be able to understand. Okay, what it is exactly what people are thinking of us, or what how, or you can materialize. You can teleport yourself. So all these, features will be added to us once when we become non-violent. So once I became a non-violent being, well, we can't become 100% non-violent. Maybe unknowingly we might hurt beings, but the effort is what more important. The intention is what more important. So once we become in that state, and whatever we think of, it will be manifested very quickly. And I was in France at the time, and then I wanted to move to the UK to to spread this message to everywhere. It should not be stopped, because the time that we are speaking now, hundreds and billions of animals being killed, and we have to really think of that. Every second we have to use in order to make them safe, first of all, because it's a pure selfishness. I want to live happily, so I have to let everyone to live happily. If not, indirectly, I will be get affected at the end of the day. So having understood this, I wanted to go to the UK, because at the time, after spending more amount of time in my life in France, like almost 7 years I was there, my English started getting deteriorated, and I couldn't speak properly. I wanted to really take this message throughout the world. So I said I want a job in in an English speaking country, but then I didn't literally, put any effort in finding a job. I was looking only in France. At least I was thinking maybe I might go into an English speaking company. But after going for more than 25 companies, getting only negative results. Then I said, okay, let me go to India, take some vacation, come back, and then I will again look for jobs. And I went to India and I spent some vacation there. And I know in Tamil Nadu we got like kind of rishis. Tamil Nadu we call siddhas. And I was meditating in one siddhar's samadhi, a jiva samadhi place, which is in my hometown, having nothing in my mind. And all of a sudden, this person who's taking care of that ashram, he came to me and he said, whatever you're thinking, whatever you are intending, it will be manifested if you go and uh, you know ask to Virgin Mary, and your guardian in this life is Virgin Mary. So of course, even though we know that we create our own reality, we are our own masters, and we are the gods, but there are also the masters who are already evolved than us. They are ready to help us if our intention is very good, and if we, like if you are going to go to help, if you are going to conduct a meditation session in, like, let's say, a place which is like 500 miles away from your place, and you want to go and stay at your friend's place, well, that's a help, right? So you can take that help. And I just went and I said, Mary, well, um, actually, I'm from a Christian community, and I said, okay, if you were happy with what I am thinking of, let it happen. So I just said like that, and then I went to France in 2022. um, January. 2 days later, 10th January, I went back to France after having my vacation. 2 days later, my manager of the same company, he came to me and he said, "Well, do you want to go to the UK? I got a job there. I got a project there, and I would like you to go there. And please, don't say no to this project. It's very important." And I know nothing about that job. That's a fact. I I am from mechanical background, and they wanted me to send there, and it is about electrical and electronics. And the people with who interviewed me was also completely satisfied, and they wanted someone who speaks French and as well as English. And yeah, so I went there, and you know how things are happening because only the intention is what I had. I didn't work, I didn't do anything else, but only that intention. And if the intention is good, manifestation is going to happen very smoothly. And then I went to France. Sorry, I went to the UK, and then I met many wonderful masters like GK uh, spiritual tablets. I don't know if you guys are aware of that, and um, with his guidance, I started. Then again, coming up, coming forward. I had no much experience. I didn't have any third eye or any visions. Literally, okay, yeah, I'm a vegan. So what? But he helped me to understand that being a vegan is more than anything else. See, for example, you have astral travel experience, you have third eye, you have teleportation, aura reading, whatever in your life. But let's say if you are hurting animals, if you don't feel for a creature that is suffering in front of your eyes, what is the purpose of having third eye? If we don't use our two eyes properly, the two physical eyes, then what is the purpose of having a third eye, isn't it? So being a vegan, I would say we are already enlightened. I'm not praising ourselves. I'm not, but it's a fact. It's the truth. So, um, as Patriji used to say, be a vegetarian, but he intended to say a vegan. When you ask Patriji, of course he said we should not use leather. Of course he said we should not use woolen wear or silk wear. And he was also not far for the milk when we take against to the wish of the cow. He always used to say that we have to take the cow's milk with the permission of the cow. If that is the case, I would say, yeah, okay, if that is really needed, and if the cow is really happy to do that. But yeah, but in this current world, it is not in the way how Patriji intended to happen. So unknowingly, we all are vegans, but I would suggest everyone to name yourself a vegan from today onwards because we we being PSSM people, we tend to say ourselves that we are only a vegetarian. But when we say a vegetarian, vegetarian, it is confined to eating things, isn't it? I eat vegetables, so you are named as a vegetarian. So vegan is not only about eating, isn't it? It's about a whole life. It's about the way of life. It's about ahimsa. It's about non-violence. Or either we can name ourselves as we are trying to be non-violent possible. But vegetarianism makes not that much sense. That's what I wanted to point out here. And yeah, so yeah, after that, I was in Liverpool, which is in the north of the UK, and I wanted to come towards the south of the UK, towards London, because vegan population is more there, and if I go there, more possibility of creating a community, creating a strong base for yourself, and not for yourself, but to speak through the help of them, so it reaches many people. And then, well, another manifestation, and this time the manifestation is not just an intention, that this time with the help of the wisdom that I gained from Dr. GK. And he told me, well, whatever that we wish for life, that, for example, the physical need, You are looking for a job. Let's say if you want to go to the south of UK, of course you need to have a job. That's why you have to go there. And whatever the physical need that you are looking for, let it be in terms of money or job, in terms of house or in terms of relationship, you have to do three things in a day. You have to be a teacher, you have to be a doer, and you have to be a student. And if you make sure that you do all these three things in a day properly, then the soul frequency will get enhanced. When the soul frequency will get enhanced, automatically the physical vibration should also meet that frequency, so that um so that it had to meet the frequency of the soul. It can't vibrate separately. So I started working 30 days. Just put the soul planning in the sense every day, okay, at this time I wake up from my bed, this time to this time what I do, this time to this time what I do. Am I being a student? Am I being a constant learner and a teacher and a doer? Doer in the sense whatever I like to do, I have to do, and making sure that it is not harming anyone else and it is giving happiness to us. So first thing is have to stop harming others, and second thing is we have to help others to to survive, and third thing is we have to try to see wherever the possibility to make others happy. So this is the third thing. So if we are able to make this third thing, have making others happy, then our life will become more and more happier. So when we become a student, whatever I learned, so I said, okay, why not? I have to confine myself by learning by knowing only three languages. There is no limit, and I added Spanish as a new language, so that maybe in 5 years or in 10 years I may speak like currently I speak French and I take French sessions in PMC France. Um, so okay, I lived in France for 7 years. So I'm now able to communicate with whole lot of population who those who speak French. And if one person became a vegan, that is enough for me. My purpose of life is done. If one person is become a vegan and one person through him maybe 3,000 or 5,000 animals is saved in this life, that's fine for me. And imagine tomorrow, with the help of Spanish, if I'm able to convert or not convert or making people to understand that veganism is very important, then I'm going to save a whole lot of animals at the time. So I said, okay, I am going to learn Spanish. And then I started learning ukulele, and which is a musical instrument, which is kind of guitar. And yeah, I said, okay, with the help of music instrument, we can organize meditation sessions. So whatever we learn new, it has to help ourselves and it has to help a whole lot of community. In that way, the learning process is also will be, you know, made faster by this universe. And teacher, whatever we teach, we have to teach the things that are going to help everyone else. um, we should not teach people to smoke. We should not teach people to how to drink. That will hurt everyone. That will hurt himself. But if we teach meditation, if we teach how to eat properly, how to overcome his fear, then these things we need to teach. So I made sure that every day I conducted meditation sessions. I conducted book club session, and then um, I incorporated these two things of learning ukulele, learning Spanish, and during weekends I went outside, organized sessions, meditation sessions. So when I did all these things, after 20 days, I started getting calls from the company, and believe it or not, exactly the job which I wanted, I got. I wanted to go to Cambridge. I applied for that one job which was published by that one particular automobile company, a F1 cars manufacturing company it is, and I got that job. The interview went very good. Whatever the answers that they asked, I'm not that much sure of the answer, but the answers which I gave, they said, "Oh my God, we also wrote the exactly same response in our side." Everything was aligned. So First time I manifested only with the help of intention, and this time I manifested with the help of wisdom that I gained from spiritual tablets. So life is about constant evolution, as I said. Um, yeah. So this is what I all want to share today. I have my YouTube channel. I'm not saying to praise myself, but to inspire everyone so that you all will come up with your own YouTube channels. So through you, if one being is going to get changed, that is well and good. That is more than what you could do. And yeah, in that YouTube channel, I publish vegan food. I publish the interviews that I take with the spiritual beings, and then the ukulele music, and then I do conduct French meditation sessions, PMC France, and apart from that, I'm a part of youth meditation wing, which is called UMIV, and I have spiritual tablets. Same like Paima, but here we also do counselings. We go more on the depth. Not everyone can understand easily meditation, and we help people those who are suffering by giving the spiritual tablets, the intellect, the wisdom we give, and once he overcomes that problem, then he will be sent to Paima, and he will be like how to say he or she will be happy to do a balanced middle path meditation, and of course the physical life. Yeah, so yeah, Youth Meditation Wing and for PSSM Global um, Speaker Coordinator, and along with PSSM SWAG with Parinitaka. She's a vegan, hardcore vegan who understood that we have to be a non-violent being. Yeah, this is what I doing, and I would continue doing this. Thanks a lot for this opportunity, PSSM Swag and Yamini, and the people those who are listening to me patiently. With this, I would like to end my sharing. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Arputha. It was really nice knowing your experiences and your journey. It was lovely. Does anyone like to share something regarding your thoughts or anything you can share? You can unmute yourself. Any questions?
Yeah, don't hesitate, guys.
Can you all open your cameras?
I think Harish is there. He has raised his hand.
Just raise your hand.
Yeah, happy morning, everyone. Yeah, thank you so much, Arputha. Like you said, everything very much clear and crystal clear for everyone. But you said one more thing, like we, as Buddha also said, we are in the middle part, correct? We have to follow the middle part. Like you said, we are knowingly or unknowingly, we are eating something which is not vegan, correct? But our intentions is very clear. We have to be reduce as much as we can from our end, at least, correct now. But somewhere we like if we go somewhere some temples we got like prasadam, correct, there we can take so we are using there, correct. But I have seen the vegan peoples who like if if I we are going to say about these things, they are not ready to accept, and I am totally okay with this. But I just want to know what your thought process on this, because what my thinking is, at least if we all people reduces starting reducing, that is also one of the big steps which I am thinking, like, because our intention is what, end of the day we have to cut it down completely, but it should be start from slow like this.
That is very true. That's a clear point, Harish. I have to agree upon what you said. We have to be mindful. We have to be, you know, not always keeping to your point adamantly. We need to understand. But what I would say here is, let's say, for example, you go to a temple and you are getting served a prasadam which has a ghee, for example, and we don't know that ghee how where it came from, either through a happy way or through the torture way. So in that case, if we really want to have that prasadam, no other way, we are starving. You know, we are. Of course, I understand that prasadam is not to feed for our hunger, but it's maybe for the devotional purpose or whatever. But see, what really is religious here? We have to understand what really is devotion. If we respect other beings' happiness, that is what devotion is. And and yeah, so if you can avoid that, well and good. If you know that cow's ghee, whichever is served with the prasadam, is came out of a happy way, well and good. You can happily have it.
Yeah, thank you so much. Very wonderful session. Seriously, like I just want to add on. You just main points you covered, like compassions, and the thing we have to learn every day and teach the same thing what we learned, and we have to improvise ourselves. This is like very wonderful things you said. Thank you so much for the session. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Harish. Yes, yes. As you said, pointed out clearly, we have to become the best version of ourselves. That is that is the evolution. We have to use our time wisely and become the best product. Thank you. Oops, I think you were speaking on mute. Yeah.
Hi, hey, super, so excellent presentation. I loved your speech. So thank you so much.
Thanks a lot.
I have
Thanks
a simple question. Recently, I'm trying the plant-based milk. Actually, I tried at home, but it didn't come well actually. So I brought from the store from one good brand that is always very tasty as equal to the milk. So have you ever tried homemade that matches the brand from the store?
Yeah, of course. The soy milk, I would suggest everyone. It has same amount of protein as the cow's milk and all the nutritions in it, and it is very easy to make it by ourselves in the house. We have to just soak the soy overnight. The soy grinds, and next day when we grind it in the mixer grinder, you can filter it, and it becomes like real cow's milk. And if you put maybe a cardamom, you may not get that raw flavor of soy. Yeah, and then you got coconut milk, which is when you put the cardamom in it, it gives a nice flavor. Yeah.
Okay,
hmm
nice. So you
you
have
can
this
see
YouTube channel?
exactly. So my YouTube channel is Arputha. My name itself Arputha English.
Sure. I'll check it out.
Yeah, please. Yeah.
Thank you. I love your cooking experience. So how was your cooking experience before and after meditation?
Yeah, I had to definitely say about this. Before, I used to put all the non-vegan things, non-vegetarian stuff, and I was fond of that. I was quite loved exploring those things because that's the one of the reasons why I went to France to explore the diverse variety of cuisine. They are very known for that. And I understood, the book which I read called Tirukural, in one chapter, which it said, you just listen to your body and you feed accordingly, you will not have any disease. Once I started following that, I literally had no disease at all for almost 2 to 3 years, even before coming into meditation. And another chapter in the same book, it said, we should not eat meat. We should not eat. How come we will get, blessings if we feed our body by taking others' life, by consuming the other's body? So that point struck me harder. Like, okay, if one chapter, one thing, it helped me, it worked out for me. The other chapter, whatever he wrote, should also be right, isn't it? So till that point, I read that particular sentence. I was still doing non-veg stuff, and I was also doing the videos, and I was quoting this Tirukkural. Then one point when I came to know this chapter is existing, then I stopped quoting the Tirukkural afterwards. Then I became a vegetarian, and then I started putting only the food videos, having the vegetarian things in it, milk and cheese and everything. Then I became a vegan. I had to delete all the videos, whichever I put in vegetarian food. Then I became a vegan, and then I had to put only vegan-based food.
Wow, super.
Yeah.
Can you touch me that book name?
Book name, yeah, it is called Tirukkural, called almost a kind of Bible to Tamil Nadu. I can type it if you want. I don't know if Yamini is able to do that. It's Tirukkural, Thirukkural. Exactly. It's a wonderful wisdom contained book.
Thank you, Arputha. Yeah, I loved it. Session. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot, Anna. Yamini, I think if you are speaking, you have to unmute.
Anyone wants to speak? Shall we move to the next segment then? SWAG challenge, which is initiated by Parnita ma'am. Okay, let me just read out the challenge for today. So today's challenge is paper reduction initiative. Today's challenge focuses on reducing paper usage in your daily life, including paper towels, bathroom tissues, and other disposable paper goods. By minimizing the use of these products and opting for eco-friendly alternatives, you can help conserve natural resources, reduce waste, and mitigate environmental impact. First, what you have to do is switch to cloth alternatives. Replace disposable paper towels with reusable cloth towels or rags for cleaning spills, wiping surfaces, and drying hands. Keeping a stack of cloth napkins handy for meals instead of using paper napkins. Use handkerchiefs. Instead of reaching for disposable tissues, opt for reusable handkerchiefs or fabric tissues. Keep a few handkerchiefs in your pocket or bag for use throughout the day. Like whenever you go to restaurants, instead of using tissue papers, you can use your handkerchief. That would be a great, reduction. Choose bamboo bathroom tissues. Switch to bamboo-based bathroom tissues, which are a sustainable alternative to traditional paper tissues. Bamboo grows quickly and requires less water and resources compared to trees used for traditional paper production. Opt for digital subscriptions. Subscribe to digital versions of newspapers, magazines, and newsletters instead of receiving printed copies. Many publications offer digital subscriptions that provide access to the same content without the need for paper. Embrace digital documentation. Reduce paper usage by digitizing documents and opting for electronic communication whenever possible. Use email, cloud storage, and digital note-taking apps to minimize the need for printing and physical paper documents. Reuse paper scrap. Use both sides of the paper for printing and note-taking to maximize the use before recycling. Repurpose old envelopes, flyers, or other paper scrap for making lists, jotting down notes, or sketching ideas. Minimize packaging waste. Choose products with minimal packaging or packaging made from recycled materials to reduce paper waste. Opt for products sold in bulk or with refillable containers to minimize packaging waste. Educate others regarding this. Spread awareness about the importance of paper reduction and encourage friends, family, and colleagues to join you in minimizing paper usage. share tips and resources for reducing paper waste and making sustainable choices, because there are multiple benefits with this. Conservation of natural resources, including forests and water, reduction of waste sent to landfills, and greenhouse gas emissions associated with paper production and disposal. Cost savings from reduced paper purchasing of paper products. Promotion of eco-friendly habits and a commitment to sustainability. So regarding this, you can also visit our websites pssm.pssmmovement.org or else pssmswag.org. I have mentioned in the chat box as well, and I will be texting the same in the WhatsApp chat group. You can see the challenge there, and if any doubts regarding this, you can ask. So this is the challenge for today, guys. With this, I would like to conclude the session for today. We'll see you tomorrow with another wisdom sharing session and with another speaker. Do not forget to like, share, subscribe to PMC English. Thank you.